sets. Now you might have done sets in mathematics. In order to assign a set in Python, you can just write s equals to set and run it. When I check type of s, it's a set. Now, if I want to create a set out of any list or tuple, I can just write s is equal to set. Inside that, I'll add one list. Now, when I print s, the set is formed. Now, set is represented by curly brackets. There is one more thing that is represented by curly brackets, that is a dictionary, which we'll learn in next video. You can see if I write s equals to curly brackets, open and close, and I'll check the type of s, it will be a dictionary. So you cannot define a set just by starting and closing curly brackets. Now set has one property that it do not store any duplicate values. Let's take one else set. I'll write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 6, and 7. Now when I print s, it will just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. None of the repeated values are there. Also, all the elements will be in ascending order. If I could have written here 9, 8, 7, the result would have still been in ascending order. Such kind of property of sets is helpful in so many problems. Now let us take this set again. What if you want to access the element at 0th location? You will get an error because sets are not subscriptable. You cannot check the element of a set by using its index value. But if you want to add some element in the list, let's just take this set again, and here I'll print it. You can see the element is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. If I want to add 10 to it, I'll just write s dot add 10. Print s again, and the element is added to that set. If you want to add more than one element, you can use s dot update. I can write 11, 12, and 13. Printing s again, you can see 11, 12, and 13 are now added. Now, if you want to remove some element, you can just write name of that. You can just write that element, and that element will be removed. You can see 5 is now removed. What if you want to remove something that is not existing? Let's write 14. You will get a key error. That is, the 14th element is not existing. Remember this term key error, it will be helpful in future. Now let's take this list again. Let's keep it a simple one and smaller one. So here's a list 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, and 9. There is a property of set, we call it pop. Let's take a variable c, and I'm writing here s dot pop. When I see what is c, that is 1. Now what is s, you can see the 1 is now removed. So while using pop, you can remove the first element available in the list. You can store it, or you can just throw it out. Now it has come to the last important part of set. Let's take two sets. Let's call set 1, 1, 2, and 3. Set 2, 4, 5, and 6. In here, we can do union. If I write print set 1 dot union set 2, all the elements are added to form a union. You can also find union by using this symbol, and it will give the same result. Let's take this set again, and here I'll add one similar element in them. Now it's 1, 2, 3, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now if I want to find intersection, I can simply write as set 1 dot intersection set 2, or I can use and symbol. When I run it, the result comes out to be 3, because 3 is the common element of those. If I want to find the difference in set 1 and set 2, I can just write difference, that is set 1 minus set 2, or I can write dot difference set 2. When I run it, the result will come out to be 1 and 2. Now when here I have written difference set 1 minus set 2, it will give me all the elements that is in set A but not in set B. if I would have written set 2 minus 1, it would have given me all the elements in set B that are not in set 1. If I want to find symmetric difference, I can use this symbol or write dot symmetric difference set 2. When I run it, it will give me all the elements of set A and B which are not common. That is, in this set, 3 was common in both of them. So it gave the result 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6.